You came to New York with $40 in your pocket. In 20 years, you will own a view of the skyline. The cost is not in the rent. 5 hours of sleep, broken across 2 shifts. Your dish shift starts in 20 minutes. You don't own a watch. You climb out at 14th. The city walks past you like you don't exist. You let it.
You here for the dish job?
He looks at your shoes, not your face. He doesn't ask for ID.
Bags in the back. Aprons on the hook. Hot water comes through after midnight.
$11 an hour, off the books. $55 a shift, $49 after the bus fare. You don't take the bus, you walk.
Burned ones. Nobody wants them.
You eat them. Between bites, you write math on the napkin. The cost of a studio against your shift count. The answer is 12 years. You write it smaller.
You keep doing this?
He folds the napkin into his apron pocket. 6 a.m., $49 and a plate of burned eggs. You learn which stations the cops sweep at 3. You learn which benches don't have the dividers. The smell of the third rail. The hum of the vending machine. After a week, you stop hearing them. Sundays are laundromat days. $1 wash. $1 dry. You read while you wait. You read everything. 42 days. $410. Not enough for the deposit. Enough for the interview.
Take it. You're done washing my dishes. Hang it where you can see it. The bad days, you'll need a reminder.
You will.
I framed yours, between my 2 dead brothers. Go make something out of it.
You leave the diner at sunrise. Your new neighbor knocks before sunrise.
My son had this. He doesn't need it where he is. You're young. You'll figure out what to do with it.
You buy a used gram at a Strand basement bin, $2. You read it twice before you sleep. You sleep 4 hours. Then a Munger. Then accounting primers. Then the M&A textbook nobody reads anymore. The rules are simple if you can hold them all at once. He doesn't say much. He doesn't have to. You count what you have. It's enough this month. Barely. You stop buying coffee. 12 rejections in a month. The 13th one is shorter than the others. You write down what they all said no to. You read your resume again. By month 4, you can read a balance sheet at a glance. By month 6, you can read a 10K in 20 minutes and tell me where the lie is. You start emailing analysts at the smaller funds. You stop signing your full name. You take the CFA prep mock at a public library. You score 94. You walk home along the East River. You don't run. You don't smile. A boutique advisory in Midtown. 2 analysts. They need a third. Starting $48,000. Their HR person mispronounces your last name. You say yes before she finishes the sentence. You walk out of the SRO on a Tuesday. You take the mug. You take the laptop. You leave the 11 months of dust where it was. Your first day, you put the diner mug on the corner of your desk. The senior analyst across from you reads the words on it and says nothing. You start work. You don't go home until the lights cut to half at midnight. 3 roommates, 1 bathroom. The shower is yours on Tuesdays and Saturdays. You don't mind. You don't sleep much anyway. You read the deal books in the bunk until the light from the hallway cuts off. You meet Sam in the bodega downstairs. She's buying coffee with quarters.
Your mug, the one upstairs, is that supposed to mean something?
You tell her about Aldo, the whole walk back up the stairs.
You're going to make a lot of money, aren't you?
You don't answer. 6 months in, you ask her to move in.
Only because I'm tired of buying my own coffee.
She paints the bedroom door blue. You don't ask why. You do in 3 hours what the team does in 3 days. They start sending you the deals before they're approved.
Blue line.
You don't say anything for a long time. Then you say her name out loud for the first time. Maya. Maya is born on a Sunday. The hospital bill is more than your first month's salary. You hold her at 3 a.m. while Sam sleeps. You count the years you'll need to give her a private school. The number is small now. You whisper a number into her hair. 40 million. The amount of money you decide you'll have before she turns 18. They promote you in 9 months. Not in your title. In your bonus. You read the wire transfer twice to make sure it's real. Your own door, your own lock, a window that faces the 7 train. Sam and Maya keep the bedroom in Bushwick. You sleep here on weeknights.
She said your name today.
You watch the train pass and tell Sam you'll be home Friday. They promote you again. This time the title fits on a business card. You print one. You don't carry them. Hong Kong opens at 9 their time. 8 at night yours when it's good. Maya takes her first step on a Wednesday. Sam sends a video. You watch it the next morning. You watch it twice. Her first birthday is on a Tuesday. The deal closes that morning. Sam sends pictures. You answer at midnight. You're sorry, you say.
I don't want to be married to your job.
You don't argue. You can't.
She'll know who you are. I'll tell her you tried.
She texts you 20 minutes later. 3 words. Take care, okay. 200 square feet has never been this big. You read the 3 words 17 times. Then you open a balance sheet. You stop counting hours. There aren't enough of them anyway. You run the deal team within a year. Then you start running every deal team. The senior who didn't talk to you about the mug now asks if you want him on your deal. A vice president rents you his ground floor unit. He wants you happy. You hang the napkin first, the mug second. Everything else can wait. The espresso machine cost more than your first month in the SRO. The mug is still the mug. Your mother flies in for the weekend. She doesn't say much. She sits at the island and runs her hand over the marble like it's water. She didn't know it could be this nice. She asks if you've seen Maya. You haven't. Not in 2 years. Your mother doesn't ask again. She just touches your hand on the back of the chair. You order takeout for one. You eat it standing up. The street is full of strollers on Saturdays. You watch them through the window. You don't go out. You run the team that ran you 3 years ago. Nobody calls you Junior anymore. Nobody calls you by your first name either. Your phone rings when you want it to and never when you don't. You notice eventually that there are no pictures of them anywhere in the apartment. You don't put one up. You leave the bank on a Friday. You sign your own LLC papers on Monday. M&A advisory. Lean. 4 people. You read every deal yourself. First deal closes in 9 weeks. $3 million in fees. You take 20% home. You buy the chair, then you buy the building. 2 years in, your firm closes more deals than the bank you used to work for. The mug is the only thing on the desk older than the desk. You host a year-end dinner. 8 names. None of their faces stay with you in the morning. You can name their portfolios to the cent. You think about selling the firm. You don't need the money. You need the Tuesday afternoons back. A buyer calls. He doesn't introduce himself. He names a number first. You say no. You hang up. He calls back in an hour with a bigger one. You name his exit number on a napkin before he makes the offer. He sets the napkin aside. He gives you the number anyway. The wire clears on a Tuesday, 9 figures. You text your mother. She doesn't text back for 2 days. You donate the laptop. You can't remember the last time you opened it. You don't know what to do with Tuesdays now. "47th floor, 3 walls of glass. The Empire State is lit blue tonight. You don't know what for. From the bathtub, you can see the Chrysler. The water is the right temperature. Nobody else has been in this bathtub. The mug Aldo gave you sits on the island. It looks small here, smaller than it ever did. 11 days since you spoke to anyone you love. You close your eyes. You count what you wanted at every tier. You have all of it. The cost was not in the rent.
Mom said you'd open the door.